Yeah, that's the spirit. When you hear the sound, just know it's about time for the movie Enthusiast. Show here on Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. Kilo day. It's been a while, and I really missed you guys a lot. Yes, I know you've been anticipating where we bring to you all the Christian movies that you must watch and you should watch, and of course to entertain, to educate, and of course to inform you with our movies here on Lagoon Radio. Don't forget to like and follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook is at Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. And of course, you can download the Lagoon Radio app on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that you use. My name is DJ Sharp, and I'm your host on the Movie Enthusiast Show. Yes, you miss me. I do miss you. We're about to get started. Okay, I'm not alone in the studio. I have my producer beside me, Jennifer Jubril, aka Jennifer Jubril. She's doing the production work for me today. I'm not doing this alone, so she'll be putting salt and pepper where it's necessary. And of course, today what are we looking at? We're looking at the new Christian movies in 2022 you will want to watch. Though they are not yet out, of course, we have days they would be out in this year, 2022. So today I'm bringing 5 of them to your notice, and I want you to anticipate for these movies. And I promise, whenever they come out, whenever this movie comes out, starts showing, I promise to bring them to your hearing and, of course, to let you know. Yeah, we'll be back after this very quick break before we kickstart the show. Yeah, that's how we roll. We're back, and we're back for good. Don't forget, this is your Movie Enthusiast Show, where we bring to you all the movies you must watch and you can watch in the Christian movie industry here on Lagoon Radio. And I said before I went on the very quick break, I have like 5 new Christian movies in 2022 you will want to watch. And trust me, I'll never give you something less or anything less. I give you interesting, inspirational movies, motivational movies, Christian movies. Of course, that's what we deal with here on Lagoon Radio. And my number one movie goes to, the title is Tyson's Run. And this one, it's coming out on the 4th of March. Yeah, so you should anticipate for this one. And basically, it's about a 15-year-old autistic boy in public school for the first time. Tries to win his father's approval by running his first marathon. You can imagine, and of course, to achieve his goal, he will be trained by a champion marathon runner. I've seen movies like this before, and of course, I wish I could just bring that kind of movie to your hearing. I'll try as much as possible. It's very interesting when you don't give up on your goal and when you have a good a good coach. And this film's lead role stars, we have actor like Major Dotson, who himself is also on the autism spectrum. Children with autism, they need a special care, they need a special attention. Just like the film's main character, Dotson said he too experienced growth in his social skills as he aged. And so on we could go down to Dotson's mom, Jane Dotson, said acting really has transformed Major into the person he is now. And this movie, I want to advise you, it's a must watch, and it's coming out on the 4th of March. Which brings me to the second movie for today, The Unbreakable Boy. This is also coming out in March 18th. Are you following me? Are you following me? Yes, this one is The Unbreakable Boy, and is also about an autistic boy with a rare bone disease inspires everyone around him with its unshakable faith and remarkable outlook on life. There's nothing faith cannot do. When you have a faith as little as mustard seed, even the Bible says it, of course you can tell the mountain to move. And this movie is actually based on a true life story and a book of the same name. You want to find out, you can get the book. But if you feel you're not a good reader, you don't really like to read book, of course you can wait and anticipate for this Unbreakable Boy coming out on March 18th. Yes, it's the latest release from Kingdom Story Company, actually, the same studio behind American Underdog. I still believe, and I can only imagine all these movies and so many more they've brought out. And it stars several well known Hollywood names, including we have the likes of Zachary Levi, Hami Haka, Megan Faye, and of course, Patricia 18. So many more of them. You don't want to miss it. This is coming out on the 18th of March. And you should anticipate. I'll be right after this very short break. Do not go nowhere. Don't worry, don't mind the instrumental. We are still very, very much here. If you're just tuning in, don't forget it's the Movie Enthusiast Show. And we just got started. I talked about 2 movies you should watch in 2022. And the third one goes to The Case for Heaven. Yes, The Case for Heaven. This is coming out between 4th of April and 6th of April. The Case for Heaven. Even the title of the movie alone is really, really catchy. You know, Christian apologist Lee Strobel examines the evidence for heaven in this investigative documentary based on the book of the same name. This is actually a true life story as well. If you don't know, if you think you can read, if you're not a book person, you can actually, anticipate to see the movie and you thank me later. I never give you anything less. But to cut the long and short, the long story short, several years ago, he says, I almost died. Strobel told his story, and his wife found him unconscious in the bedroom floor. She called the paramedics, and of course, he woke up in the emergency room, and the doctor looked down at him and said, you want to know what he said? You want to know what he said? Should I tell you, or do you want to anticipate? Okay, basically, he said you are 1 step away from a coma, 2 steps away from dying, and so he lingered, sort of hovering over that fuzzy border between life and death. You can imagine for someone between life and death, what comes to your mind at that moment? Quite a while until doctors were able to save his life. This, I think, is a must-watch for everyone. Yes, even for me. I can't wait for it to come out. Yes, because there's a lot of dramas in this movie. It's a true life story. You might want to follow it up. And moving on to the Mulligan, coming out on April 18th, between April 18th and 19th of April. I'm sorry, I'm just so happy. I can't wait for these movies to come out. I really, really, really can't wait for them to come out. Don't forget, if you're just joining us, before I get into that story, you're really, really welcome. You're very welcome. Thanks for being a part of the show. Don't forget, this is still Lagoon Radio, and you can like and follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook is at Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. You can also download the Lagoon Radio app on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that you use. And it's the Movie Enthusiast Show, where we break to you, to your notice, the movies, the newest movies for you to watch, to entertain you, to educate you, and of course to get you informed. My fourth movie goes to The Mulligan. Yes, it's coming out between 18th of April and 19th of April. It's about a businessman whose life is falling apart and receives the inspiration he needs while playing in a golf tournament. And that comes from a mysterious character known as the Old Pro, played by Pat Bond, if you know. The movie is actually based on a book of the same name. I think all my movies today, they are basically true life story. And of course, some of them, they have books of the same story, some don't. But majority of my stories today have the books of the same name. So if you think you cannot read, if you're not a book person, then I would really advise you to anticipate for this one. Yes. Aha. So that's that. And my last movie for today, I'll be back after this break. I'm going to unleash the last one. Yeah, we're still here. Don't mind the instrumental. It might be fading out, but I am not fading out because I'm here to entertain you and to keep you, you know, lively. And the last movie for today, which happens to be the fifth one. This one is actually I'm not gonna review the date because the date is not yet out. But of course, when it comes, as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna bring it to your hearing. And the title of the movie is Lifemark. Lifemark, and basically it's coming out in fall, and it's about the latest feature movie from Alex and Stephen Kendrick, the Georgia-based filmmakers who have a string of faith-based hits, including War Room. If you've seen, I talked about Overcomer here. Yes, Facing the Giants, Courageous, and Fire. So many movies like that, if you know them. So the name of their newest film is Lifemark, which I'm talking to you about today. It was shot in March and April 2021 in Columbus, of course. So let's hope it comes out during the fall season this year. And of course, if you're just joining in, well, I started off with the five movies you should watch in 2022. And I'll be taking the titles again. Don't forget, this comes up every Wednesday from 5:10, between 5:10 and 5:40. Yes. Aha. And I'm your host. My name is DJ Shab. If you're just joining in, you're welcome. But I talked about five movies. The first one is Tyson Run. Tyson Run. And I said it's coming out on the 4th of March. And the second one is The Unbreakable Boy, which is coming out on the 18th of March. The third one, The Case for Heaven, is coming out between April and 6th. It's coming out between 4th and 6th of April. I'm sorry. It's coming out between 4th and 6th of April. And of course, the fourth one is The Mulligan. It's coming out between April 18th and April 19th. And the last one I said is coming out in fall, or at fall. Pardon. Lifemark. Yes, those are the five movies you should anticipate for here. And next week is going to be another beautiful edition. I'm bringing to you another five set of movies you should watch in 2022 that is yet to be out. And of course, I promise it's going to be, in fact, I basically go out of my way to select these movies for you because I know you people like something interesting. I love something interesting myself. I can't afford to watch a movie that is not interesting. So once you do this, you thank me later. Yeah, so I think that's basically all on the show today. I wish I could go on and on. There are a lot of movies that I really want to bring to your hearing, but you know, I want to keep you on that edge. Yes, I want to keep you on the edge, whereby you have to anticipate for more. So next week is going to be another edition. Thank you for being a part of the show. You all are the real MVP, and thanks to Jennifer. Which one of the movies are you really, really anticipating to watch? All of it, or you want to just select? Good evening, Jennifer.
You've actually forced me to talk.
I said I honestly don't want to disturb you, but I just don't like the fact that you're quiet.
You just made everybody know that you've been saying that I'm here,
let me
me
introduce Jennifer to you. She's actually a movie enthusiast. She's enthusiastic when it comes to movies. But the kind of movies she watch, I'm not gonna
leave big grammar for one to speak big grammar. Jennifer loves movies.
She loves movies just like
and
you.
If I actually have the opportunity to set up my own cinema, I will.
I think I should give you a chance to run some of your movies. Come to give us some of your movies.
My kind of movies. But really, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Lifemark because this is actually coming from a couple of people that have seen their movies and I'm like, whoa, War Room, Overcomer, Facing the I can't wait. And if I had my way to just hasten the clock, hasten the calendar for it to be fall already.
I know that feeling, right?
But for Lifemark, I definitely would see it. But I might actually end up seeing all of them. Not I would end up seeing all of them. I don't get to run out of movies. I try to watch maybe one movie every day. There's this thing that movies does to my thinking and all that. But for all of this, I definitely will watch. Looking forward to seeing Lifemark.
Thank you very much. In as much as I want to watch everything, I would single out The Case for Heaven. I think it's kind of
touchy. I like the title, The Case for Heaven. Seems more like a faith-based movie.
Yes, and I think I've come on this show to talk about movies that are based on faith.
Yeah.
And how strong
your faith is.
And how strong your faith is and how strong your faith can be. You know, you don't have to drop out on the way. There are going to be obstacles, of course.
Definitely strong ones, tight ones. I can't mention any Christian who hasn't faced obstacles.
So do we have a deal, Jennifer? You're gonna come on this show one day and you're
don't
gonna take
set
over
me up
all the program for the day.
Okay, so let me not promise. I won't call a particular day yet. I won't call a particular date, so you don't hold it against me. But trust me when I say that one Wednesday, one no, one out of many Wednesdays.
Even me, I can't wait.
Yep. We'll look forward to that day.
All right. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Don't forget to like and follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook is at Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. You can also download the Lagoon Radio app on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that you use. My name is DJ Shab and I'm your host on the Movie Enthusiast show. Till I come your way again next week, have a lovely evening and have a lovely weekend ahead. Bye for now.